Welcome back to another season of Cooking with Louise. I am Louise, your independent Pampered Chef consultant. I cannot believe another year has already come and gone. This is season 9 of my cooking channel. I can't believe that I have been doing this for 9 years. I would like to thank everyone that has subscribed to my channel, and for those of you that have not, you know the drill. Go ahead and subscribe and ring the bell so you'll be notified of my upcoming videos. On today's episode, I'm going to share with you a sheet pan meal. I love a sheet pan meal. Everything done on one pan. Couldn't be easier. It's called sheet pan chicken thighs. So this recipe actually came from my Taste Buds subscription. For those of you that are not familiar with Taste Buds and what it is, I will put my video explaining all about it down in the description. So this recipe comes on this handy dandy little recipe card, and I will be using our seasoning salt. Except for I have it already in the bottle, the seasoning salt in the bottle, so I'm gonna save this. All right, so to get started with this recipe, I have some chicken thighs in my bowl. Now you can substitute chicken breasts if you would prefer. You could also use pork chops. And to this I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Let me get my recipe card. Hold on, I'm not sure if it's 1 tablespoon or 2. It's 2. Good thing I looked. We add another tablespoon. There we go. And I need 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. Now you certainly can use the lemon juice that comes in the bottle, but since I have a fresh lemon right here, and I love our handy dandy citrus press, I'm just gonna use fresh, because to me fresh is always better, am I right? And I'm always amazed with how much juice I can get out by using our citrus press. It literally turned it inside out. All right, so that is actually 1 tablespoon. So I'm gonna add that. Okie dokie. And next I need some of the seasoning. So I just need, this is my first time to make this, you guys. So super exciting. I need 2 teaspoons of our seasoning salt. All right. Okay. Now my oven is preheating to 425. If you can hear that hum in the background, that just means my oven is very noisy, but it has already come up to temperature. And I'm just going to toss this to coat, making sure that the seasoning gets on the top and the bottom, and the oil and everything all gets mixed together. There we go. And then I am going to put this on my sheet pan. So now I am using our metal sheet pan right here. This is restaurant quality. For some reason I can't get that word out. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this tossed together. And then I'm just going to add this on to my sheet pan. Now I'm going to put all the chicken on one side because I'm going to be doing the potatoes on the other side. So this is 1.5 pounds of the chicken thighs. There we go. Okay. Let me just put this bowl in my sink over here. Now we're going to move on to the potatoes. So I need roughly 2 potatoes. You can use russets, or I'm going to be using the yellow potatoes, and I'm going to leave the skin on. So I'm going to cut them with my simple slicer on the number 3 setting. And as you can see from the ones that I already have cut, it's a nice thickness right here. So I've got my bowl with the first potato in there, and I just need to get the second potato going. So I always cut off the little end piece so that I have a nice flat edge. And then I'm going to put my potato inside the guard. I'm going to get it started with a couple of passes without putting the top on. See? All of my potatoes are nice, same thickness. All right, so then I'm going to put my stabber on, and I'm going to keep on cutting them. Oops. All right, there we go. So I'm going to add all of my potatoes to my bowl. Let me get that out of the way. There we go. And I'm going to add a little bit of oil to my bowl. I need 2 tablespoons. There we go. And I need 1 teaspoon of the seasoning salt. Okay. A teaspoon. There we go. Sprinkle that on top. There we go. And then I'm going to coat them. Let me actually grab another set of tongs. All right. Gonna get it all coated. So I love a 1-pan or a sheet pan meal. It just makes life so much easier to pop everything in the oven all on 1 pan and it all cooks at the same time. So I'm gonna go ahead and lay these out on my sheet pan. Let me do it so you guys can see what I'm doing. There you go. All right. And this will just go into the oven for 20 minutes. There we go. Let me spread it out. I don't want them on top of each other, so we'll kind of just spread them out a little bit. There we go. Perfect. I'm going to sprinkle just a little bit more on. I see some potato that doesn't have any seasoning on it. There you go. I want everything to be seasoned. All right, so now I'm just going to pop this in the oven for 20 minutes. So while the chicken and the potatoes are cooking in the oven, I'm going to go ahead and get my veggie ready. Now the recipe did call for green beans, but I'm going to go ahead and do asparagus instead. My family prefers asparagus over green beans. Now I don't know if you guys know this, but when you are trimming your asparagus, you hold it and you just snap it, and wherever it breaks off is what you're using. The rest is going to be woody and fibrous and won't taste good. So I'm just gonna snap all of my asparagus. I'm just gonna put them in the same bowl that I had the potatoes in. There we go. These are nice big asparagus. And to the asparagus, I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of our seasoning. No, I'm sorry. It said 1/8 of a teaspoon. There we go. And it already has a little bit of the oil left in there, but I'm just going to drizzle a little bit more in there. Okay. About a teaspoon, I would say. And I am just going to toss to coat. I'm going to set this aside for after 20 minutes, and I will put this in the oven. Now it's time to make the topping for the top of the chicken, and I will be using 1/4 of a cup of panko breadcrumbs, and you can use seasoned or unseasoned. I happen to have the seasoned panko, so 1/4 of a cup. Some grated Parmesan cheese. and 1 cup of olive oil right here. And we're just going to stir that all around together and set that aside as well. Okay, so it has been 20 minutes. Let me grab the sheet pan. Woo, baby. Okay, now that my glasses are all fogged up, steamed up. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to top the chicken with the topping that we made, but I'm also just gonna slide these potatoes over because I want to put my asparagus on the same sheet pan, or if you are using green beans, you would put your green beans on the same sheet pan. Just give it a little bit of room here. There you go. So I'll just set those here. There you go. And top the chicken with our crunchy panko and Parmesan topping. And then it's gonna go back in the oven. Let me just do it this way, be quicker. Gonna go back in the oven for about 10 to 15 minutes or until your chicken is completely cooked through. There we go. Perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and flatten the topping, like kind of just tap it on top of the chicken. There we go. And in it goes for another 10 to 15 minutes. It's looking good so far. All right, that's been 15 minutes, you guys. It's all finished. Wasn't that a quick and easy weeknight meal? Honestly, it couldn't be any easier. Take a look at this. Check out these potatoes. They look crispy and crunchy and delicious. My asparagus looks perfectly cooked. And check out the chicken thighs. The topping is a nice, beautiful golden brown. This is what I call an easy meal, all on one sheet pan. Now, with chicken thighs, you're gonna wanna let them rest for about 5 minutes before you cut into them because they are super juicy. And of course, like I said previously, you can substitute. You can certainly use chicken breasts. You can also use pork chops. And instead of the asparagus, like the recipe calls for, you can use green beans or any vegetable of choice. I always just like to always have something green to serve. Now, the taste buds is one of my favorite things. Like I said, I'll put the video about them down in the description. But this is a lifesaver, you guys. If you are like me and you never know what to cook for dinner, taste buds to the rescue. Coming up next, I'm going to be making this Greek turkey meatball with orzo. So that will be my next video, and again from the taste buds. Thank you guys so much for watching me, and I appreciate all of my subscribers. Have a wonderful night. Bye.